Everyone thinks that if no one buys the US debt, the US will face a crisis. But as I've said before, if no one buys this debt, it's not a crisis for the US. Not for now. The truth is far colder and more brutal than you can imagine. The US government and the Federal Reserve are running a three-step con, a pump-and-dump scheme on a global scale. And the world's investors, including potentially you, are the victims. Here's how they do it. Step 1. The high price sell-off. The US government needs money, so they sell massive amounts of US Treasury bonds to the world. Central banks, foreign governments, even individual investors buy these, believing they're the safest investment, especially during uncertain times. They load up when prices are high. Step 2. The deliberate crash. Then the Federal Reserve steps in. Over the past 2 years, they've been continuously shrinking their balance sheet and selling US debt. They raise interest rates aggressively. What happens? The price of US Treasury bonds plummets. Many US banks, which previously bought huge amounts of these bonds, saw their asset values plummet, becoming insolvent and going bankrupt. If even us banks can go bankrupt, imagine the impact on the rest of the world. For example, if you bought US Treasury bonds during the 2020 pandemic, when prices were at their highest, you would have faced the Fed's continued interest rate hikes and balance sheet reductions, driving down your investment by over 50%. Step 3. The savior buyback. As panic spreads and everyone sells off their devalued US Treasury bonds at a loss in the secondary market, the entire bond market crashes further. And who comes to the rescue? The Federal Reserve. They swoop in like an angel, claiming to rescue and stabilize the market and buy back large quantities of these US Treasury bonds from the panicked sellers at extremely low prices. So, you bought high, were forced to sell low, and the Fed just bought back billions in US debt at a massive discount. And when the US government repays the Fed for these bonds, the Fed simply returns the money to the government. It's a perfectly legal way for the US to offload its debt burden onto the world. You're the one footing the bill. After understanding this three-step trap, what's one immediate action you're considering to reevaluate your own investments or financial strategy? Share your thoughts below. Hit follow or subscribe to learn how to navigate these financial waters.